Hey, welcome back to the weight cut, where we're going to break down a couple fights, talk about all the picks, summarize that, see what we feel about how the week is, and maybe just chit chat a little bit. I'd love to hear more about you guys, this week and what you guys want to talk about. But just to give a quick summary before we go into this week's bets, a fight, Grant Emmerich, our BCDC analyst, is 66-33. He just posted on his, pieces, his units of 3.466 units. From the beginning, if we're counting his straight picks and then the picks that he's starting to do as a parlay, straight bets, or other picks this weekend, he's at 7.61 units. And our machine learning picks are 304 and 181. And I believe 65 and 33. Let me double check that for you guys real quick, just so you guys have the most recent 100. And where we're at for those ML picks as well. So Grant's actually doing fantastic right now. 63-33, excuse me. So about 96 bets, or 96 predictions so far this year, and we're 63-33. Looking at about 65-66%. And it should be pretty exciting. I feel like those picks are doing great. We'll talk about the PFL picks tomorrow, but those fights were absolutely incredible. I really was surprised by their pace. I thought their pace was a lot better, and I'm really actually happy with how it went. I was actually excited to watch most of the fights. It felt a lot better than usual. I'm not sure if it's just purely the pace, but it definitely felt like that. And then we'll go over our ZA picks and why I chose those. And then the Brandon 50-50 picks, I'm 14-4 and 9.85 units. So real quick, Grant, his bets today are going to be Dean Barry money line, Romanov money line, Pedro Villanueva inside the distance, and betting that 1.5 to win about 0.732 units. Then he's doing a Tyson Fury. So I think right now on DraftKings money line he's minus 550. I think FanDuel might be right around the same. And obviously, more sharper sports books might have a different line. Innova and Venata Jardine over 1 round, Barber De La Rosa over 1.5 rounds, and Lemos and Andrada over 1.5 rounds. And that's 0.5 to win, 0.946 units. And then straight bets, he's got Charles Jourdain, 2 units to win, 1.482. And then he's got 1 unit for Claudio to beat Clay Guida, 0.952 units. And then he has a boxing one where he's actually risking a good amount of units. He's risking 7 units, basically his profit, to win 1.12 units. And that's just a Tyson Fury money line. And then our, machine learning picks, Jessica Andrade, Romanov, Claudio, Lando, Montana, Marc-Andre, Sergi, Tyson Pedro, Cameron Else, Marcin Pacino, and Dean Barry are the machine learning picks this weekend. And, our pizza money picks are going to be Jessica Andrade winning by decision. She's 13-2 as a favorite. And women's strawweight most of the time go to a decision. I'm riding with Jessica Andrade to win by decision, 225. Put that as your delivery money. You're welcome. And then the next one I have at DraftKings has odds of plus 180 for Pacino versus Linz to go, end in round 1, and that's plus 180. We seem to do pretty well on those types of picks, so I want to get back to those. And then we have Montana De La Rosa, plus 155. We're going with that. Women's flyweights are probably the most unpredictable weight class. As you can see, women's flyweights priced between -160 to -200, which is about 60 to 67%, are 2-8 in their last 10. So sportsbooks are struggling. And women's flyweights on the opposite side, 175 and 135 are 7-3. So huge edge, right? Like over 20% edge on just that. And Del Rosa, is 3-1 when facing a smaller reach opponent. She's 12-6. So that's why we booked that one. And then right first Peralt, it's a high chance of the fight ending in the first 2 rounds, historically speaking. So we placed a bet, put $100 on the fight ending in the first round and $100 on the fight ending on the second round. And, we'll at worst case come out with a profit of $65 and a positive profit of, coming out with 200 if, it ends in the second round exactly. So, excuse me there, sorry. So those are like the big pieces. I personally, in the machine learning picks, I kind of disagree with, 2 things. I disagree with, how do I put it? The machine learning pick for, where is it? Why am I struggling to find this this pick? The Cameron Else pick, he's 10-5 and Ori is 18-9. I personally feel like the more experienced fighter will win. The sports books have him as the winner. That one is one that I disagree with, and I hope that the machine learning picks eat it because he's about plus 195, but plus 200 dogs are tough to win. I mean, unless you get a Sterling or something like that. But these lower level fights, it's usually prelims are not going to go your way. And then, Brandon's 50-50 picks. I'm going to just tell you right now, I'm probably going to go with Clay Guida. So I disagree with the model and Grant's picks. I personally think Clay Guida wins. I think he's going to get a couple takedowns and win on a split decision. That just seems to be his forte lately. I know the UFC is giving him a pretty solid up-and-comer, but I just don't see it. And so, that 50-50, I'm going with Clay Guida on that one. They're both like -110, -105 for Clay. So, put -105 if you follow my picks a lot more heavily. The second one would be, the Lando Veneta versus Charles Jourdain. I personally see Lando Veneta winning. I think he's had the better fights. He's seen better fighters, and Charles Jourdain seems to win one, then lose one, win one, and then lose one. I personally don't think he's going to win this one. I think he's going to keep his streak of winning one, losing one, winning one, losing one. I don't think he has a good mentality, just from the fact of looking at those statistics and seeing that he's won and lost so many times. So I'm going to go with Lando there and Clay. So I'm going to go with the red corner experienced fighters. And that's where I'm sitting at. And I really hope you guys enjoy the fights. I hope you guys enjoy this analysis. I'm trying to keep it light, not too much statistics. But if you guys want more statistics, feel free to reach out. Last but not least, these fights are, maybe not the most exciting, but we as, sports bettors or UFC and PFL or MMA bettors really get to, make more profit. So I'm never going to complain about having more weeks of fights. That's where I'm at is, I want the frequency, the ability to make as much money as possible. So if these fights are going to come out and that's how it's going to be, that's fine. I like it that way. So I hope you guys enjoy the fights. And, excuse me. I will talk to you guys tomorrow about how we made a bunch of money. And if I eat my words, then we'll laugh about it tomorrow. But I really see that we're going to do pretty well. And I think these types of cards is where the machine learning picks come in handy due to the fact that there's a lot of 50-50 fights. There's a lot of fights that are really high priced with, subpar talent. Like, it's not like we have, a really great, couple of fights. Like we have, Macy Barber, Montana De La Rosa, number 2 BCDC ranking, number 9 BCDC ranking, respectively. And then number 4 BCDC ranking for Amanda Lemos for strawweights. And and I think Jessica Andrade is a flyweight. I thought she was going up, so that's why we have her in the flyweight. But outside of those 2 fights, there's not really like a lot of studs. I mean, Alexei Romanov, who's number 3 BCDC ranking, but on a pure standpoint of good fights over round, and it's not too pricey, and they're entertaining. This is one of the less known cards, but we still get to make bets. We still get to make a profit. So I really hope you guys enjoy them. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. All right. Bye.